unmentionable hope that lives with you, that lives within you, but seems so naive, you dare not speak it. You know the hope I'm talking about? It's not the one that I'm going to ask you to share with your neighbor right now, because it's too vulnerable. It's the hope of the world you actually want. I mean the one you really want, if you were to admit it. I mean the community you would really want, if you were to admit it, but you don't admit it. Not very often, and not very publicly, because it seems so naive, doesn't it? It seems so unattainable. It seems so remote from the world that we actually live in. But if such a one could come speaking to that hope that lived within you, about how you dreamed this could actually be, this life, and you were to learn that it turns out the same hope lives in the person sitting next to you, and the one sitting next to them, and the one who doesn't go to church at all, and the one across the street from them, that there's something core, something basic, something maybe that has been inside of us since creation itself, about the dream God has for us. If that one were to come down Lexington Avenue, would we recognize him? I think we would. I think we would, but I'm not sure if we'd be willing to admit it. Because our hopes have been dashed so many times. Our hopes have been crushed so many times. Not more often than the Jews. Not for as many thousands of years as for the Jews. It's my conviction that these stories that we read during Holy Week, that begin today on Palm Sunday, are not about a time and a place that's 2,000 years removed from us. They are about that, but not only that. They're about our own time, and about the way that God works in the world today. Sometimes people argue about whether or not the scriptures are mostly about personal growth. They don't use that phrase, but that's what they're talking about. Or whether they're mostly about spiritual instruction, or whether they're mostly about political observations and executions. I would say that those are all true. Those are all true. But when the Messiah comes, you can't tell the difference. When the Messiah rides into town, you cannot tell the difference between personal growth and spiritual things. And the world of the political, I don't mean party politics like what gets played out on the news. I mean the structures of our community and the way that we are together. Because the Messiah touches the whole reality of our life. God touches the whole reality of our existence. That's the journey that we're on this week, this Holy Week. A journey that encompasses all the parts of you, all the parts of us. It does not leave out one part or the other. It does not spiritualize it so that it's about some other time and about some other place. It's about 2010. It's about this time and this place. God's actions are always about this time and this place. So join together this week in the drama, and we will reflect on that, where God is offering us community at this time, where God is dying to the forces of oppression this time, where God is bringing new life where we wouldn't have thought possible this time. Amen.